Hello, Oxford family. Landon Randall, president of Oxford Retirement Estate Planning. Super excited today, just sitting here with a new Guinness World Record holder. Deborah Gardner just finished her swim and excited that she's able to join us, do kind of a post-event rundown. So we'll go ahead and jump right into it. I got lots of questions for you.
Yes.
About this journey that you're on.
Okay.
So you're now officially a Guinness World Record holder. And fewer people have swum the Catalina Channel than have climbed Mount Everest.
Yes.
How does that really sink in?
Yes, less than 900 people have actually swam the Catalina Island Channel and finished it. A lot more people have tried it, but I was able to actually finish it as one of the oldest women to do that since the beginning, 100 years ago.
Sure. What, now that it's over, I'm sure you reflect on a lot of it. What was the most exciting part of it? Was it the finish? Was it all the work you put in prior to that? I would say what was the most exciting, but what was the most rewarding part of all of this journey?
Oh gosh, my crew captain told me that it would take some time to process this, and she's right. I'm still trying to process that this was actually even done. I reflect on all of it, and all of it was really exciting to me, but I think it was mainly the finish, because I was off the earth, for a long time. And when you hit land, there's something about touching the sand or the rocks that you're like, oh my God, there is land. And the fun part was the last 10, 15 minutes, some of my crew got to finish it and land it with me. Okay. So to be on land, celebrating it with them,
yes,
knowing of all the work that they were doing on the boat while I was out in the water, really meant a lot to me. It really did. So just to finish and be one of those less than 900 people that were able to do that was huge.
Exhausted, but that last little bit where you could see land and you're getting closer, do you pick it up?
Oh, yeah. Well, I tried,
Sure.
But you
felt like you were, but you maybe weren't.
13 hours and 5 minutes is how long it took me to do it. I wanted to be in the 12-hour mark. And you and I talked about this before, how long this is going to take me.
Mm-hmm. And you said, I think 13 hours.
Yeah.
And it was 13.5.
It was 13.5, but my head was like, I want to do 12. But because of the 3 to foot swells all night long, just exhausted me. And it was a full supermoon, so that made the excuse of it was going to be some swells, but it kind of ticked me off at the same time because all summer long swimmers have been getting 70 to 73 degree weather and just lake glass water, and then I get the full supermoon.
Sure.
So there you go.
Day or night, did it matter? Were you worried at night? Was there any parts that you were scared? Or I'm sure there's moments where you wanted to give up, but you stick through it. But walk us through that kind of experience.
Yeah, and you and I talked about it. It was like that 6th or 7th hour that I just wanted to quit, because it was like the swells were just slapping me in the face left and right. I'm just sitting there going, this is ridiculous. I'm in a washing machine, and my body's going everywhere all night long, and that just was not supposed to happen. Okay. So like in life, things come up unexpectedly. What are you gonna do? But I think that was probably the hardest part. The Catalina Island Channel is one of the hardest, even more than the English Channel or Manhattan 20 Bridges. So to me, it was being in the dark for as long as I had to be in.
Sure.
It was just way too dark for a long time. I couldn't wait till daybreak.
13 hours is a long time by yourself in the water in your own head.
Yeah.
What was going through your head with those tough parts? Because I think a lot of us probably have moments in life we went through hell or tough parts in life. I always like to know, like, hey, in those moments of wanting to quit or give up, what was the drive? What was going in your head to push you forward, if you can share?
Yeah. And I remember it, actually. I remember cursing in the water, saying, this is just ridiculous. This is just too hard. But sometimes through the hard is when you really need to stick it out. So I breathe laterally, so I can breathe on both sides, thank goodness, because I've got the boat on one side and the kayak on the other side. And I just remember looking up at them and they're working so hard. The whole crew, I can see them just moving on the boat because it was a supermoon. It was kind of light out, so I can see what they were doing. I can see the kayak looking at me, their eyes on me the whole time, and I'm like, this is not just about me. This is a whole team going on here. And I thought, you know what, I just got to keep going. And what took my mind off of it was the swells. I had to decide with every stroke that I took, Landon, I had to decide, do I put my hand over the wave, through it, or under? So, and sometimes I would miss. It would take me a different direction. So that kept me so busy. I ended up not being bored or try to sing songs to myself or anything, because it was just, I had to just keep figuring out how to get through that wave. And so that took my mind off of, okay, I'm quitting. So
you made a game out of it. Hey, over this time, middle, down, right?
It did.
Keep your mind busy, going to just the inertia of it.
Yeah.
Water headphones for music at all, or no? The boat plays music at all? No, just in your head, silent?
No, you can actually hear the rumbling of the boat under the water. You can kind of, because I'm pretty close to it, but no,
That's
no fun. It was not fun.
I mean, because it's hard being in your head for that long, the silence, right? I mean, you're doing stuff and staying active, but it's a long time. You could play games with yourself, right? And ruin it for yourself.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
For sure.
You said in an earlier interview before your swim, it was about competing with the ocean, but not competing with the ocean, but with yourself.
Right.
How can others apply that to their own challenges? What do you hope for others take from this achievement?
I think it's just accountability. When you start something, a project or something that's important to you, like I did for training, I had to see this through. Because a lot of people depended on me. And I think accountability is something that is very important, and having the confidence and the determination that you're going to finish whatever it is that you start. Yeah. So that's what was key to me.
The scariness of failure and letting others down kept you going?
Yes, absolutely. And so I had no time to think about if there were sharks or jellyfish or kelp going to be in my way. And that turned out to be a side thing, surprisingly, when you'd think it would be the forefront. But I just thought there were a lot more important things to face than that.
Any surprising things throughout this journey that were unexpected?
A lot of things were unexpected. As much as you train for something like this, there's always going to be curveballs for you. But the one thing that really surprised me and everyone, because nobody has ever experienced this before, is about 2 miles from the finish. You can see the land, but it's still hours to get there. But 2 miles usually is when the pod of dolphins show up. And they did. And by then, my pace swimmer was in the water with me, which was great because it helps motivate you. But I noticed everybody on the boat was going to one area, getting their cameras out, and I thought, okay, it's not about us, but they're not there to film us in the daytime. But the pod of dolphins came. There were about 30 to 40 of them. I've seen them on video afterward. And you can hear them. They start clicking underneath the water. So they're talking to each other, and you start seeing them. Well, apparently, one of them must have surfaced too soon, because as I moved my left hand back, something brushed it. Yeah. And my whole arm went dead. The whole left arm just completely died. Really? To where I had to start kicking more and using my right arm the last 2 miles. And I'm sitting there thinking, what the heck happened to that arm? Yeah. And when I got back to the boat, by then the top of this hand was completely swollen. And the next day I ended up with a bruise. They had to actually put some ice on it right away. And I had a bruise right here. So they're figuring maybe one of the dolphins surfaced too soon and brushed my hand. And it wasn't like hitting a wall, but brushing it, so my arm was in motion, so it went with it, and I guess one of them wanted to high five me, or give me some dolphin love of some sort.
It wasn't challenging enough, so let's make it a little harder for you, right?
Exactly.
Cool.
So it completely. And then at the end, what else was challenging when I got to the boat? My whole body went into shock. I ended up just shivering like I've never shivered before. So they had to get me warmed up really quick. But I never realized that your body can go into shock like that after completed something.
What was water temps that day?
Was 66.
Okay.
Which
13 hours and 66.
Yeah, and you're always moving in motion. As a matter of fact, another hard part was the feeding. You feed every 30 minutes as fast as you can, but just that few seconds of stopping, my body got cold. And to get started again, I had to turn back over on my stomach, and to move your arms to get back into the swing of things
after that
was
rest,
hard.
they get stiff.
Yeah, they got stiff really quick.
So talk to me about feeding. What is feeding? What do you lay on your back and they?
You do,
okay.
and you're still moving. Your one arm is still moving, but you're feeding with the other because the boat doesn't stop.
Yep.
So you have to keep staying with the boat. But it's a liquid feed of combination of carbs and protein and things like that. But if I wanted something solid, I brought along with me to prepare for like mashed potatoes, peaches, baby food.
Yeah.
But I had this favorite sweet reward of a little waffle that I pretty much depended on that, not the rest. But most of it is gels and liquids.
Okay.
And it's quick. It's really quick. They just throw the fishing line out with your bottle because you can't touch anything. You can't touch anybody. And you're just out there in a swimsuit, goggles, and a cap. So you grab that bottle and do a quick swift. And they had to make sure it was warm for me than I thought. We usually just go regular liquid, but they had to warm it up for me because I had to warm that core.
Your insides.
Oh, man. Yeah, because it was cold. It was colder than expected.
What was the biggest thing that you learned out of all this?
The biggest thing that I learned from this entire process was that I believe I can pretty much do anything at this point.
Yeah? You feel on top of the world right now?
I do.
Awesome.
I do. I feel...
You should.
I was scared. The training was hard. Everything was hard. But now the reward is, what's next?
So, what is next? Do you know what's next or what? You're not done training. You're going to stick with that.
I am. Well, right now I'm still going to physical therapy for this arm.
Okay.
And I had a ear infection for a couple weeks there that I had to baby. And now I'll get back in the water. I've had enough rest.
Okay.
And we're trying to decide which channel is going to be next.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Who do you credit the most with helping you achieve this? Organization or?
Well, my friends and family, of course, but yes, organizations, especially you guys, were a huge support. I could not have asked for better sponsors than you guys, and all my sponsors were. I definitely credit to have always stayed in the know. You know, what are you doing? What's next? How can we help? Here's some things that to help you as well. I'm just so happy everybody just stayed in the process with me. I didn't feel alone at all, and you never swim alone. So just as much as my crew was involved, my sponsors like you all were completely involved, and my family and friends, that's who I credit.
Cool.
Definitely.
Talk a little bit about the charity, because you did this for donations to specific charities. Southern Cross? Southern
Cross, Service Dogs for Veterans.
Cool.
And they're out of Florida, and they were just wonderful. And I just so thank everybody that donated, including you all, dared to retire as well. And it was just wonderful to have them there, to see me off and see me coming back.
So their link will be below if you guys do want to help donate to her cause or her charity. One of the big things of why she did this was to help support them. So the link's below if you guys do feel charitable. Year end is coming up for tax planning, so there's a charity you can get to.
There you go.
I guess really what's next? I mean, you may be the next channel, but for life, a lot of our clients are working towards retirement or retirement. Any words of wisdom as they're going into retirement? We get stuck in our 40 to 60 hour work weeks for 20, 30, 40 years of life.
Yes.
It's like swimming 13 hours.
Right.
You get stuck in that and stuck in that. For this next phase of a lot of clients' lives going into retirement where they have their time back, words of wisdom, advice that you could give everyone?
Yeah, discover your passion now. there's no doubt once I get into retirement, I'm going to continue this because it's something that you want to do. You only breathe once. That's what this whole life is about. So make it count. Get off the couch and do something. There's so much more. There's so much more of me. There's so much more of you. And now's the time to do it. And of all times when you're retired, just get that passion, that dream, that goal, whatever it is that you want to do, and do it. And don't worry about what people think about you. I had a lot of naysayers saying, Deborah, you're never going to be able to do this. You're never going to be able to finish. And I proved them wrong. So do it for yourself and just do it no matter what people say. And enjoy it. That's what life's all about. You got this one time to do it.
One shot.
Yeah,
you got one life, right?
That's right.
And we don't know when it's going to end.
Nope.
Or when a health setback or something changes. You know, we all want to travel in retirement or do these different things, but health can set you back. You got to do it while you can.
Yeah, that's right.
It involves risk. Everything in life involves risk. A lot of you were scared to retire, and you met with our team, and lo and behold, you said you were going to retire in 5 years, and all of a sudden in 6 months, you guys call us and say, I'm retired, now that you knew you could. No pressure to us. But you got to take the risk. Life is all about risk. Getting out there, getting outside your comfort zone, that's where you learn the most about yourself and others, right?
Right. And if I can do it, oh my gosh, anybody can do it.
That's it.
If I just put myself through what I did, you can too. So
cool.
Yeah.
Well,
I loved it.
I'm super excited we found you as a client, or you found us.
Yes.
You're very passionate.
Yes.
You're a very strong woman. We're thankful to have you and support you on the next endeavor. Or any of our clients. Any of you guys thinking about doing something that we can get behind to support, I'm all for it. I love it.
Do it.
Okay? So thank you so much for spending time with us today and sharing your story.
Yes, thank
God bless you and your family, and I wish you nothing but the best in the next endeavor.
Thank you. And I appreciate all your clients that were following and very interested. But yeah, we'll have to inform you of what's next. But I want to say thank you to Dare to Retire for, again, all the amazing support. And we're clients for life.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.